Hi guys. So I'm down another pound weight loss. So I have lost 13 pounds in 10 days and I'm feeling great about it. Not just losing the weight, but feeling great energy wise, health wise. I can't even tell you what a difference in my body. You know, when I was eating crap food, I had all these aches and pains and strange sort of, pain in my right side around my liver and acid reflux and horrible sleep because it would keep me up. And now I just don't have any of that. I feel like my body is rejuvenating itself. And so I want to talk about exactly what I'm doing. When I did HCG rounds before, I lost over 60 pounds and kept it off for years until I just started abusing food again and just going nuts, which I don't recommend. But so anyway, I am on HCG, but I'm on HCG 2.0, which is the modern updated version of Dr. Simeon's original version. And one of the differences in this is that you can eat larger portions of lean protein as opposed to, just 2.5 ounces or 100 grams of all protein across the board. Because basically if you eat 100 grams of beef, it's going to be a lot more calories than if you eat 100 grams of whitefish or tuna. So that's one of the differences. You can also have a little bit of olive oil, but I'm going to put all the details about that under the video so you can read about it and just see the differences and see what, if you feel called to do this and what feels right for you. So when I did the HCG before, I drank only black coffee and I ate lunch and dinner. I'd have 100 grams of protein and about the same of very specific vegetables. So iceberg or celery or cucumbers. It was very restricted. And the hardest part, honestly, for me was not being able to put creamer in my coffee. That was just so difficult for me. So the difference that I'm doing this time is that I am actually doing HempWorks hemp-infused coffee with chaga mushroom and CBD, and I'm having the keto creamers. There we have vanilla, hazelnut, or mocha, and they have MCT and coconut in them, as well as other ingredients that boost energy and suppress appetite. And I go into those more in some of my other videos. So I'm doing basically bulletproof coffee with the creamer and the HempWorks coffee. And then I'm doing lunch and dinner as the HCG protocol. Like I said, if it's a very lean protein, I'll have more than 2.5 ounces or 100 grams. And I did find a very simple way to do it because, I like breaking things down. Like, what's the bottom line? What do I need? What can I eat? What can I not eat? And what I found was they have these Star-Kissed tuna creations. They are 2.6 ounces of tuna. They also have chicken and salmon. You just want to make sure that the salmon doesn't cause a stall for you. But basically, they come in a little pouch. They're $1 something a pouch, that would be your portion for your lunch and then your dinner. So you just open the packet, put it over salad, or you can eat it with celery. I like to do that and just kind of dip it with the celery stick, or you can have it with cucumbers, and that's your meal. You just open it, pour it out. It's already flavored for you. They have even a buffalo flavored chicken. They've got a dill salmon. I think they have lemon dill tuna, a ranch flavored tuna. And you don't have to think about the calories, you don't have to think about the proportions, the portions, you just pour it in and your meal is good to go. So this actually helps too if you're on the traveling, if you're on the run, you don't have time to pack your lunch, you forgot your lunch, all these different scenarios come up that would actually cause you to cheat. But if you have one of these little packets, then you're good to go. And you can just get lettuce. Say you're meeting someone at a restaurant and they don't have food that is legal for you. You just have one of these and put it over salad. So anyway, for me, I like it. It's quick, it's fast, it's cheap, it's easy, and I don't have to think about it. And it's, just a way to cheat the complication if you start feeling overwhelmed about it. And it was such good flavor that I didn't even need dressing. So I said I wasn't going to go into the diet part of it, but I did want to mention that because that is such an easy way to do it. You don't have to get bogged down with, oh, how much should I have and what, flavors can I have and all that. No, just get the packet, put it with vegetables, and you're good to go. And you'll lose quickly. So back to what I'm doing. I'm doing the bulletproof coffee in the morning with the keto creamers, and it hasn't stalled my weight loss, which is fabulous because they're delicious. And then what I do is I have lunch, just like I said, one of the packets over lettuce, and that's my lunch. Then for dinner, I could do the same exact thing. I could have the chicken instead of the tuna over, with cucumbers, or you can have asparagus. If you want to change it up, you can have grilled turkey or ground turkey, a lean protein. So then what I'm also doing is intermittent fasting with it. I've talked about this before, and I'll go into just kind of basically what is intermittent fasting and why I think it's 10 times better than doing just HCG alone. So what I do for intermittent fasting is I don't have lunch, and I wait until about 4 or 5 o'clock, sometimes maybe 6 o'clock, and then I have my dinner portion. So what I'll do is I'll have twice the protein and twice the vegetables. So you just take what you would have had for lunch and you have it for dinner all in one portion. If you can't eat all of that within one sitting, you can have a 2-hour window. So say you eat one portion at 4 and then another at 5 if you just can't eat it all. You can do that. So that's intermittent fasting. And then you don't have anything else for the rest of the day. And the next day, you don't have anything until lunch. So you do every other day intermittent fasting. So one day you'll have lunch and dinner. The next day you skip lunch and you just have your portions for dinner. Why do you want to do this? Because several reasons. There are so many studies on how reducing your caloric intake can extend your life. It can help you rejuvenate your organs. Your whole body gets a break. Your organs get a break. Your liver gets a break. Your digestive system can reset itself. But also, and the main thing that you're doing is you are forcing your body to look for other sources of fuel other than the food that you just ate. So you're giving your body a break from digestion, and it's not using as much energy to just digest your food. And so it still needs energy for fuel, and it starts looking for other sources. So what you're doing with the HCG is you're unlocking the door for those systemic fat stores to be burned as fuel. So the HCG is unlocking that. When you're intermittent fasting, it's very easy then for the body to go into those fat stores to burn it as fuel. So as it's looking, it's going to go into that, oh, we've got all this stored fat. Let's use that for fuel. because we don't have food constantly going in. Because when you eat food, especially if you're eating carbs and sugar and you're putting that in, it's so easy for the body to just go to that to burn it up. And so you're not really tapping into the fat storage, and that's your, you want to get to the fat storage. That's your sweet spot. You want to get to where you're shredding fat off of your body, and specifically the areas that you couldn't get to with other diets. So the intermittent fasting, you stop putting food in, so your body's going to start looking for that, and it forces your body to do that. It also can, if you're eating protein for your meals, then you can get into a state of ketosis where your body is burning fat for fuel. So you're hitting it from all angles, and you're teaching your body to burn fat for fuel instead of calories that you get from food. And when you're not putting in carbs and sugar and those fast burning fuel sources, then your body begins to, or kind of retrains itself to burn long burning fuels with the fat. The fat will keep you sustained for longer. So it's really just win-win-win. You're doing bulletproof coffee, you're getting your body into a state of ketosis, you're intermittent fasting, so you're going long periods of time without putting food in it. And then when you do eat, your body's already gone into burning fat mode in the fasting portion. And so you're training your body to burn longer and to not go to the food that you're eating for fuel. So I just repeated that several times, but basically I like to do just bottom line. Now there's all this, scientific this studies on intermittent fasting, and I can cover that in another video, but mostly I wanted to talk about how the combo of these three work. And with the intermittent fasting, it's 10 times better than just HCG and bulletproof coffee, because about halfway into your round of HCG, your weight loss will start slowing down or even plateau. You might even go 3 days without any weight loss generally on HCG. So you'll start out burning quickly, and then you get to about 2 weeks in and your body starts losing less and less and may even stall. And so intermittent fasting is a way to hack into that and keep it from stalling, and to keep it steadily burning and going into the stored fat for fuel. You're forcing it in a way. And so if you're doing it every other day, you're forcing it to, kick up that fat loss every other day, instead of going, oh, okay, we know how this is going, so we're just going to level on out here, because we know that we're not going to get any more food than this, and we know when we're going to get the food. And it's tricking your body, but it's actually healthier. And so a lot of people say, well, I just can't fast, I just can't do that. And in my experience, fasting is very difficult if you have sugar and carbs, which break down into sugar, in your system. And you're spiking your blood sugar, and you don't give your body time to eliminate that before you start fasting. That is very difficult, because that's where you start, you get nauseous, lightheaded, you're faint, you don't know what's going on, your blood pressure can spike, or, go way low. Generally, in my experience, the harder fasts that I've done is when I've had sugar in my system and haven't allowed it to clean out. When I don't have sugar in my system and it just is able to go into the fat stores and burn that up, it feels really good. It feels like I have a sustained energy for hours. It feels like my body is running more efficiently. And when I do work out or I am active, it feels like I have more oomph behind me to be able to put more muscle into it and to get more out of the workout because I'm not crashing. So, you know, when people say that they can't fast, I believe that this is one of the biggest problems, is that they have tried to fast with sugar still in their system, and it is much harder to do. So after rambling on a bit, basically bottom line is I'm still losing, I'm still feeling great, and I'm doing these 3 key things, and intermittent fasting has been just a really good addition to this. Since I've done it without, I can feel a big difference. Do I get hungry? I have not gotten hungry until just right before that dinner hour, maybe about 30 minutes before it's time to eat the dinner. I'll start having, you know, stomach growlies and going, yeah, I'm kind of hungry. It's not unbearable at all. I'm also drinking a lot of hot tea, which helps. So I'll have hot tea about 30 minutes before that dinner time, and that has really made a difference. So I hope this has been helpful for all of you following me, and that maybe it's inspired you to try it for yourself. Feel free to comment or ask any questions. I'm here for you, and I'm going to keep sharing my journey and my weight loss as it comes off. Hopefully it'll keep coming off the entire time and be record-breaking for me. Thanks.